outgrown the pain, the chaos, the uncertainty, and the spiritual noise of your current environment. God says He is relocating you because your spirit needs room to breathe again. God says you will not struggle in this transition. You will not fall. You will not be abandoned. Things that usually bring stress, paperwork, timing, money, logistics, will suddenly fall into place with surprising ease, because God says He is arranging it. He is making people assist you who normally wouldn't. He is opening doors that remained closed for others. He is aligning circumstances that you thought were impossible just a few months ago. God says this move is protected by divine timing. You won't be early and you won't be late. You will arrive exactly when He wants you to arrive because He is scheduling every detail with precision. God says that the place you're moving to is part of a promise He made to you long ago, even if you didn't know He made it. He promised to deliver you, to elevate you, to protect you, to rebuild your life in a way that makes sense, in a way that brings peace. And now He is fulfilling that promise. God says the environment you live in affects your spirit more than you realize. The energy of the people around you, their intentions, their attitudes, the way they speak, the way they behave, all of it affects your mental and spiritual well-being. God says He is taking you out of an atmosphere that dimmed your inner light. And He is placing you somewhere that feels like a fresh start, a new chapter, a clean page where you can finally write your life without interference, without fear, without interruption from people who did not deserve access to your spirit. God says that in your new home, you will not feel watched. You will not feel judged. You will not feel unsafe. You will not feel like your every move is being monitored or questioned. God says you will feel something you haven't felt in so long: freedom. Freedom to breathe, freedom to rest, freedom to think clearly, freedom to heal without anyone interfering. God says your spiritual peace is returning to you. Your emotional stability is returning to you. The clarity you lost is returning to you. God says you have no idea how much your spirit needed this move, how much your soul has been crying out for a better environment. And now God is saying, I heard you. I'm taking you to a place where you will grow instead of shrink. God says the November move is also symbolic. It represents the end of one phase of your life and the beginning of another. God says you are stepping out of a cycle that repeated for years, cycles of stress, fear, lack, confusion, loneliness, and emotional turbulence. And you are stepping into a new cycle of abundance, clarity, calmness, and divine protection. God says He is not moving you only physically, He is shifting your spiritual atmosphere, your emotional atmosphere, and your mental atmosphere. This move is a reset, a restart, a realignment. God says the version of you that walks into your new home will not be the same version that walks out of your current place. You are ready for transformation, and that transformation has already begun. God says, in your new home, you will notice how your mind becomes clearer. Decisions that once overwhelmed you will feel easier. You will feel inspired again. You will feel comforted by being alone instead of lonely. God says you will find a new sense of strength within yourself, because the new environment will not drain you, it will nourish you. God says your creativity will return. Your motivation will return. Your hope will return. Ideas will flow to you in your new space because the energy around you will finally support your growth instead of blocking it. God says you will also notice that certain people will fall away from your life once you move, not because you're cutting them off, but because the new version of you cannot stay connected to the old version of them. God says He is removing people whose energy is not aligned with your purpose, your peace, or your destiny. You won't have to fight, explain, argue, or force anything. God says the distance will happen naturally. Do not chase anyone. Do not mourn relationships that fade. God says He is filtering your connections for your protection. And the people who remain, the ones who reach out, the ones who support you, the ones who respect you, those are the ones whom God will allow into your next chapter. God says He also knows there have been financial concerns. He knows you've worried about how you will afford this transition. He knows you've feared unexpected expenses. He knows you've prayed for stability, for provision, for assurance that you won't end up struggling. And God says, He will provide. Unexpected blessings will appear. Unexpected support will show up. Money that was delayed will be released. God says that your finances will not collapse during this move. Instead, they will grow. Because where He guides, He provides. God says He has already assigned blessings to meet you at your new location. What you need will come at the right time. God says your safety is His priority. He will not place you somewhere where harm can touch you. He will not allow you to walk into anything dangerous. He will not let anyone with bad intentions near your spiritual gates. God says He is your shield, and this move is part of that protection. In the new place, you will sleep deeper, breathe easier, and wake up feeling safe. God says He is placing divine protection in every corner of your new home, your doors, your windows, your walls, your nights, your mornings. Angels will surround your space, watching over you even while you sleep. God says that once you move, you will understand why everything happened the way it did. You will see that the delays were preparation. The disappointments were redirection. The hardships were strengthening. The uncomfortable moments were warnings. God says you are not being punished, you are being positioned. Positioned for better. Positioned for peace. Positioned for blessings that can only reach you once you relocate. God says He wants you to trust Him deeply in this season. Trust Him even when things feel uncertain. Trust Him even when you can't see the full picture yet. Trust Him because He sees everything you cannot. God says He is removing danger you didn't even know was there. He is blocking attacks that never reached you. He is correcting things behind the scenes. He is protecting you from conversations you never heard and from people whose intentions were not genuine. God says the move is not just for comfort, it is for protection. God says He is not asking you to panic. He is asking you to trust Him. You are safe. You will continue to be safe. Nothing will go wrong. Nothing will fall apart. You are covered under divine supervision. God says, do not fear the change, embrace it. Because on the other side of this move is a version of your life you've been praying for. A version that feels peaceful, stable, hopeful, and divinely aligned. God says your November move will mark the beginning of blessings that will unfold through the rest of the coming year. New relationships, new opportunities, new peace, new clarity, all of it is waiting for you. God says the next place you live will feel like a sanctuary. A place where you heal. A place where you grow. A place where your spirit returns to its natural strength. A place where God's presence will be felt more strongly than ever before. God says, you are not losing anything, you are gaining everything. This move is a blessing. This move is protection. This move is divine timing. This move is God's hand leading you to something better. He is with you, He is guiding you, He is protecting you, and He is telling you, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. Trust Him. Pray to Him. And prepare for the life-changing shift coming this November, because God says, it is exactly where you are meant to be next. Archangel Michael says, my beloved child, listen carefully to what I am about to reveal. The winds of change are moving around you with unprecedented speed. The doors that once seemed closed will swing wide open, and the life you have been silently yearning for is closer than you think. This November, a significant transition is coming your way. You will move out, and the place where you will live next has already been prepared by divine hands. Do not doubt it, for I, Michael, am watching over you, guiding every step you take. The universe has conspired to place you exactly where you need to be. Trust this, for it is not by chance that your life is shifting so dramatically now. You may feel hesitation, a small tug of fear deep within, questioning whether leaving the familiar behind is the right thing to do. Understand this, fear is merely the shadow of change. It tries to whisper doubts into your ear, but you must not listen. Instead, let faith rise in your heart. God will go wrong with you, meaning He will not allow anything to harm you. You are safe. You are protected. Every wall, every street, every corner of the home you are destined to occupy is sanctified by divine protection. Angels have already encircled it. Invisible hands have cleared obstacles, removed hidden dangers, and ensured that your path will be smooth. You simply have to trust God and pray to Him, calling on His guidance every single day, every single hour, with sincerity and devotion. I know you have been waiting, wondering if life will ever align with the plans that your heart desires. You have been patient, faithful even when the night seemed endless, when silence echoed in your heart and hope seemed fragile. But now, the tide has turned. The very energy of this November carries a vibration of transformation, of blessings pouring into your life, and of doors opening that you never knew existed. The place you are moving to is not merely a physical space. It is a sanctuary for your soul. A place where your spirit will grow, your dreams will flourish, and your connection with God will deepen like never before. You may ask, Michael, how do I know this is truly meant for me? How will I recognize the place where I am supposed to live? My dear child, the signs are already around you. Pay attention to synchronicities. Listen to the quiet nudges in your heart. Notice the people who suddenly appear in your life, offering guidance or pointing the way. When you walk into that new space, there will be a sense of relief, of homecoming, as if your soul remembers it from lifetimes past. Light will touch you differently there. The air will feel alive with blessings, and even the simplest sounds will echo with the warmth of divine presence. This is the sign of your new beginning. You may also encounter challenges as the move approaches. There may be moments when obstacles appear insurmountable, when delays or misunderstandings try to shake your faith. But remember this, child, everything that comes your way is orchestrated by God for your ultimate benefit. Nothing can go wrong with you if you hold firm to your prayers, if you open your heart fully to divine guidance. Every difficulty is a test of your faith, a way for you to prove to yourself how deeply you trust the unseen hands that guide your life. You are not alone. I am with you. I have been with you every step of your journey, even when you felt lost or abandoned. I am the shield around you, the voice that whispers courage into your soul, the hand that steadies you when life shakes your foundation. Do not underestimate the importance of prayer at this time. Not mere words, but true, heartfelt communication with God. Speak to Him as you would speak to a trusted friend. Share your fears, your doubts, your hopes, and your dreams. Ask for clarity in decisions, for peace in transition, and for protection in the days ahead. Every prayer you utter is like a beacon that guides blessings directly to you. Do this consistently, my beloved, and you will find that the universe begins to arrange itself in ways that support your every need. You may wonder, what about the people I leave behind? What about the attachments that tie me to the past? Know this, leaving does not mean losing. It means creating space for growth. The relationships and experiences you carry in your heart are never truly gone. They remain as guiding lights, lessons learned, and wisdom gathered. And the new life that awaits you will introduce you to souls who resonate with your highest purpose, people who will uplift you, guide you, and become part of the divine tapestry of your journey. The exact location where you will live is divinely chosen. It is a place that aligns with your spiritual path and your life's mission. while I cannot reveal every detail now. I assure you that when you arrive, you will feel the unmistakable presence of peace and belonging. Even if at first it feels unfamiliar, your spirit will adjust quickly because it recognizes this as its true home. You will meet experiences that will expand your awareness, opportunities that will strengthen your resolve, and moments of joy that will touch your soul in ways you never imagined possible. I know you may have hesitated in the past, feeling uncertain about trusting unseen guidance. But now is the time to surrender fully. Surrender does not mean weakness, it is the ultimate strength. It is the acknowledgement that God's wisdom surpasses human understanding. Let go of control. Let go of worry, and let the divine plan unfold with precision. The more you resist, the more you delay the blessings that are already racing toward you. But with faith, with trust, and with constant prayer, the transition will feel effortless, smooth, and profoundly transformative. You will notice signs as you prepare to move. Perhaps a conversation with a stranger will reveal a hidden clue. Perhaps a door will open unexpectedly, leading you directly to the place you are meant to live. Pay attention to dreams, to fleeting images that linger in your mind, to whispers that tug at your heart. These are not coincidences. These are messages from God and from me, Michael, guiding you toward the next chapter of your life. As you move into your new space, remember to cleanse it spiritually. Walk through each room with intention, asking God to bless it, to fill it with light, to remove any negativity or hidden obstacles. Place objects that bring you joy, symbols of faith, reminders of gratitude, and every corner will become infused with divine energy. This is your sanctuary. This is a place where your dreams will grow, your faith will deepen, and your soul will flourish. I also warn you, my beloved, to remain vigilant. Not against evil, but against doubts that creep into your heart, against whispers that try to persuade you to turn back. The journey may seem daunting, but each step is infused with divine purpose. Each challenge is temporary. Each uncertainty is a stepping stone to something far greater than you can imagine. You are protected. You are guided. You are blessed beyond measure. Your move this November is more than a physical relocation. It is a spiritual ascension, a shift in your consciousness, a liberation from constraints that have held you back. You are stepping into a new chapter where abundance, joy, clarity, and peace will be your companions. It is a moment for celebration, for deep gratitude, and for unwavering faith. The life waiting for you is prepared, not just for comfort, but for your soul's growth, your divine purpose, and the fulfillment of your highest potential. So take a deep breath. Center yourself in prayer. Feel my wings around you. Know that every step you take is guided, every decision blessed, every fear calmed. Trust in the process. Trust in God. Trust in yourself. This is your moment, your season, your divine opportunity. Nothing will go wrong with you if you keep your faith alive, if you pray with sincerity, if you allow the divine to lead every step. November is the month of your transition, your awakening, your blessing. Every detail of your move has been orchestrated by divine hands. Even the smallest coincidences are messages from God, preparing you, guiding you, protecting you. When you arrive at your new home, you will understand why every struggle, every delay, every moment of doubt was necessary. You will feel the presence of angels, of God, of the universe aligning to celebrate your new beginning. My beloved, hold these words in your heart. Speak them aloud if you must. Pray with fervor. Know that you are never alone. God will go wrong with you, meaning nothing can harm your path, nothing can stop your blessings. You are safe. You are protected. You are deeply loved. As you step into your new home, do so with gratitude and reverence. Bless the space, bless yourself, and bless every soul who crosses your path. The life waiting for you is rich with opportunity, love, clarity, and divine guidance. Your dreams are no longer distant. They are within reach. Your P. God says this to you right now, with a voice that enters your spirit like a whisper of truth traveling faster than any sound on earth, reaching the deepest corner of your heart where only divine truth can sit. God says a woman just got widowed at a young age, and shockingly, this widow is your a connection you never expected to hear about today, a truth you never imagined would be delivered into your hands at this exact moment. God says this message found you right now because you were meant to receive clarity, comfort, and supernatural assurance that you are protected, guided, and wrapped in His hand. God says you are safe, and nothing will go wrong with you. You just have to trust Him. Breathe deeply, and allow His presence to surround you like a shield of light. God wants you to know that this widow's story is not random. It is not accidental. It is tied to your destiny in ways that will unfold slowly, gently, and with divine timing. God says this woman has carried a secret connected to you, something she never confessed, something she never had the courage to reveal, yet the moment tragedy struck her life, heaven moved you into alignment to hear this message. God says you were never meant to be confused, never meant to be lost, never meant to walk blindly through the shadows. He says this is clarity for you. Divine clarity. Urgent clarity. A message only for you. God says this widow has been holding on to something that could have affected your emotional, spiritual, or financial path. She carried a truth that involved your name, your future, and your divine purpose. And now, after her loss, the spiritual realm is shifting. Things she tried to hide are rising to the surface. God says do not panic. You are safe. You are surrounded. You are protected. Nothing can touch you when He stands before you like a wall of unstoppable light. God says every storm you walked through in silence, every fear you swallowed, every moment you thought you were alone, He saw it. He was there. He was beside you. He was shielding you from things you didn't even know were heading toward you. That is why this message is coming now. Because you are entering a moment of revelation, where hidden things concerning this widow, her choices, her connections, her intentions, and her silent emotions toward you are about to be exposed gently, without chaos, without fear, without shock, just truth delivered by the hands of heaven. God says this woman's connection to you is spiritual, not just earthly. Her story brushing against your life is not an accident, it is woven into your destiny. Sometimes people enter your spiritual path without you noticing. Sometimes their choices create ripples that eventually reach you. But God says He is not letting any ripple disturb your peace. He is turning every unexpected truth into a stepping stone instead of a stumbling block. God says the widow's situation is a symbolic message too. It represents the end of an old cycle, the closing of a chapter that no longer belongs to your future. God says you may have felt heaviness recently without knowing why. You may have sensed spiritual pressure, emotional intensity, unexplained anxiety, or a strange pull on your heart. God says this message is the release. This is why the heaviness came, to prepare you for the truth. And now the truth has arrived. God is holding your heart tenderly, telling you to breathe, because your life is protected. Nothing will fall apart. Nothing will collapse. Nothing will harm you. God says the widow's story is activating something inside you: strength, wisdom, discernment,